Alright, hey Yackers. Taking a lot of pictures of the studio lately. Every time we get, you know, some upgrades or new shit on the walls, I like to take pictures, but I figured why not make a video? We don't have anything on YouTube right now, so maybe we should do this. A little easier this way than trying to type out everything, model numbers, brand names, stuff like that. So I figured we'd do a video tour of the studio. There's a lot more on YouTube of other people's lame studios. Nah, some are nice, but most are lame. So ours is probably lame too. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'll go ahead and give you guys a video tour of ours. Try to decorate it in a cool way. Of course, we like the Rangers, since we're from Texas. There's a caricature of me in a Ranger hat. That was from actually 2003. I was a senior in high school that year. So that's pretty cool. I figured it'd be a good idea to put the bobbleheads next to the caricature because they have big heads too. That's Pudge and Michael Scott from The Office, who I miss on that show. We got an easy button and stuff like that. So let's pull back. That's the whole. Look at all the wires down there. It's a mess. This is my side. All right. And we'll start here at the mic. Well, first of all, these are just two laptops. And I don't want to go into like a whole big thing about, what. So sometimes people have studio tours and they go out in depth about the processor and RAM, and it doesn't matter. Any computer built recently can do this. And even this one's older and it still does the job. This computer actually runs our Skype and all our music and sound effects and stuff. And also, I could never find anything telling me what kind of software to use for different things. Recording software, Audacity is the best bet. See how slow this computer is? This one's about to get replaced with a desktop, just because we run so many things off of it. We don't record into it, we record into that one via USB. But this one, if it'll hurry up and work, see, Diarrhea. It's free. It's really good about playing sound effects and clips and your music and everything. And it has a cool fading effect where you can, you just do whatever you want. It's radio quality automation software. And there's not really anything out there that'll show you, like, if you want to do drops and sound effects and not have to use iTunes or Windows Media Player, this is pretty nice. See what I mean? Why we need to replace this computer? This shouldn't take this long to load up. I just want to show you really quick. Here we go. So yeah, see? Like, here's all our... this is the opening playlist. See, we got the intro, the theme. You can read it. Bumpers. And then down here, the little file directory tree. It's really easy to go in here and find stuff. It's easy. Like, if you want a sound effect really quick, it's all alphabetical order, and whatever folder you keep it in, it's really easy to find. Double click it, adds it here. Or you got these buttons right here that'll just you can assign different sound effects and use your F1 through F12 buttons. They correspond with those. It's really easy. It's free. There's paid ones, but this one works fine. I don't know why you'd ever pay for it. And you get a counter, and then, you can fade. This thing will... it's just pretty great for being free. Diarrhea. That's how you spell it, right? There. Direttor. And I think if you just Google it, you'll find it. This is the computer we use to record. That's all it does. Because this one's too slow to do all three, or to do everything. So we get this one. And I have this little widget here because I can never remember what the day is or what the time is. So I put that there. And, yeah. So we'll start over here. Mixer's over here. It's a Behringer Xenix X1204 USB. USB is better because if you can get one that's got USB, it's a lot cleaner sound when you're recording. You don't have to go through the line in your computer, so it's a lot cleaner. You don't hear anything really. Let me finish one thing on here. This thing is connected through the line ins and outs, but that's just because it's easier to do it this way. Like, we can record into this computer too. Like, this has to be hooked up this way because Skype's coming out of there. But the headphone, right there, that one goes into the mixer on this channel, and that's how we control the level of music and sound effects. And we have another channel that's this one, and it's for, we have an extra jack in case we want to play music from external device like an iPhone or an iPod or something. So that one ready to go. And then the rest of the channels all have the microphones. We have 3 set up right now, room for a 4th, but not really needing that. It's just me and Norm normally, so we really don't even need 3. But yeah. And Behringer is pretty good. It's a little bit cheaper than Mackie. That's also a good brand. Mackie or Behringer, both, in my opinion. This is all going to be my opinion on what I suggest equipment you buy. And it's usually not cheap. I'm going to suggest if you want the best quality. So this isn't like a frugal way to do a podcast. Also, these cords, these red and grays, pretty awesome. Hosa, H-O-S-A, that's a good brand. I can only find them on Amazon. But I'm sure in other parts of the country you can probably find them at regular stores. Gray and red instead of the standard white and red. And they're just better because the channels have the 1/4-inch big headphone plug. And most of the time if you get RCA cables, they look like that. And you have to get adapters to put on the ends of those. And I just don't like putting anything through adapters because you will lose quality. Even if it's a little bit, you still lose some. So that's the mixing board. You do need one if you're going to use XLR microphones. And I suggest you use XLR microphones. USB microphones suck. It's a pain in the ass to get them to work. It's a pain in the ass to get more than one to work. I mean, the only time, and I say this begrudgingly, if you're going to use it, it better be just because you're going to do a solo podcast. Don't forget about trying to get any more than just one hooked up at the same time. So speaking of microphones, here's a microphone here. This is mine, the Shure SM7B, and let's see, right there, Shure SM7B, classic. Also, I can suggest Heil PR40, which is a good one. It's about the same price. It may be $300. This microphone was $350. I think the Heil is probably $300. Any of those are good. And if you want to go really classic radio station, more expensive, the Electro Voice RE20 is that big long cylinder gray one that you see in a lot of radio stations. But either for a little bit cheaper solution, Shure or Heil PR40. Actually, this microphone boom is Heil. So yeah. Actually, I'm going to jump around. I'll stay on my side just so I don't have to keep going back and forth. I'll tell you what those microphones are first later, but I'm going to stay on this side. So yeah, this is, you probably want some boom arms because desktop mic stands get in the way. These things hang over. And I like this one because you can see most of the arms that are XLR, or for XLR microphones, come with XLR cables built in. And you can't, once those get scratched, as they inevitably do when you're moving, the pins inside get scratched, and you get a nasty hum or just some feedback. If they're built in, you have to cut them out, and then you have to do what we did with these, where you zip tie them on, because you can't feed them back in once you cut them out. But this one's pretty cool because you can see it's got these removable little things right here where you can put it back in. It didn't come with one. They're just removable. And even on the back here. It goes right in there. They come off. So yeah, and also if you're going to have more than one person on there and you need more headphones, you need a headphone amp because anytime you split off the headphone input, which is right there, you split it off with a Y cable or any more than that, you're going to lose quality. So you need a headphone amp. Where you see we got 4 Rolls is a really good brand. They even make if you're going to do it like a rack-based system, and that's more for people that know about radio. Rolls makes a one that'll fit in a rack setup too, but this is a smaller one. 4 each one, 4 inputs. Each person has their own volume control dealio. Rolls is a good brand. Speaking of headphones, we'll start over here. They're all the same headphones. The Sony Focus. Sony MDR 7506. That should focus. Sorry, I'm not as good with video as I am with audio. Anyway, there it is. Okay, I guess I can't get close. The Sony MDR 7506 Professional. They use these in radio stations, film, anything for sound monitoring. They're pretty awesome. They make newer ones now. This line may soon be discontinued. I'm not sure, but you can still buy them on Amazon and stuff like that. They're about $100. Perfect. If I had to suggest anything, I would say if you're going to get if you're going to do a podcast, you can get more than one. For more than one person, get Sony headphones and Shure microphones. That's my professional suggestion. So they're pretty comfortable, and there you go. And camera in case we decide to take pics, but we never do that. So anyways, let's see. Let's move on around. I got this monitor here. This is an HP monitor, just so they can see everything I'm seeing. We used to do it where those guys couldn't see, when we were watching videos, you couldn't see anything. They just had to hear the audio. But I got this for them, so they know what's going on. It's hooked up to the one that plays all the music and the videos. That's why you can see the Diarrhea thing. These are cheaper microphone stands. They're Crusher sound, I believe. And like I said, they're the ones that came with the XLR cables piped in. So once you had to replace them, you couldn't pipe them back through. You just had to zip tie them on there like that. These microphones are actually about to be replaced. They're Samson Q6, which they're not too bad. They're still XLR microphones, but Shure is just a little bit better. So these will be replaced pretty soon. And these are universal shock mounts, which works because Norm and the guys like to fiddle around with their microphone. So when you put this on there, you can see it's suspended. You don't get any noise from them touching their mics, like that. And here's they've all got the Sony MDR 7506s. There's a pair there. And the other microphone isn't there. I do have another microphone that I set up like on a desk stand for when we have guests, but that's all put up right now. So that's pretty much the setup. These tables are kind of old. I got them for free. You can see that one's kind of damaged. That's our wall thing there. Our wall collage. Back to the Future. Some more baseball. Simpsons album covers from different artists. Classic album covers. Vote for Jimmy. I'm a fan of Jimmy John's. That place is like crack. The Office is good. More baseball. And then me. My big head again. And then some more baseball stuff up there. Norman Rockwell, and I don't really like the Yankees, but I just like that picture. So yeah, that's our setup, and I'd say anything less than that would not be, the quality just wouldn't be as good. I mean, you can get a lot of cheaper solutions, and if you don't really care, then fine, but I don't know. I'm more of a perfectionist and more anal about it, so I have to get good stuff. So anyways, that's it. Don't forget to listen to The Weekly Yak, weeklyyak.com. We're on Twitter, @weeklyyak, facebook.com/theweeklyyak. And I guess this will be on YouTube, so you're probably already there. But subscribe us on YouTube too. So alright, thanks guys for watching. We'll see you next time.